guys, it's okay. We are going to do the song in English today, so I'm not sure if that wasn't or if that wasn't relayed.
We've seen these protests go on, and we've seen dramatic scenes from them, cars being set on fire, looting, and yet some of the media over there, a lot of the media seem to be describing them as peaceful. At least some of their guests are describing them as peaceful.
That could not be any farther from the truth. They are not peaceful protesters. You can see that they are actually pounding on the pavement, breaking up piles of concrete to throw on cars. And there was a pretty contentious comment put on social media by one of the news reporters who said 99% of Los Angeles is safe and not in these conflict areas. I just want to give the example of my hometown of Glendale. We were targeted by these democratic, socialist, communist thugs because they wanted our city to cancel a contract that it had with the federal authorities for deporting illegal immigrants. And so as soon as they put a target on Glendale, our city council immediately canceled that contract. And so you have cities around Los Angeles, neighborhoods, who are trying to lie low because they don't want a target on their backs because they have been silenced into submission.
Alex, I'd also point out, that 99% of Iran wasn't under attack this week either, so maybe this person had a point. But seriously, though, I watched these demonstrators, and they seem to be part of the same group that when we spoke in LA last year, were part of dragging down Los Angeles and turning it into, this sort of very separate sort of place to the rest of America. When I see all these Mexican flags and Salvadoran flags, it feels to me like really what the game plan here is to let California set its own immigration policy apart from the federal government, which is supposed to control things like immigration policy. How much of an actual sort of, practically almost insurrectionist and separatist vibe is there among these protesters? Because it seems like they simply don't want to obey Washington and a democratically elected president? Are they now questioning democracy, Alex?
Well, I just want all of your viewers to know that these people are part of a vocal fringe minority. If you remember in November, during the presidential election, the two issues that were front and center were inflation because of government spending and also illegal immigration. And a recent CBS News poll that came out last week said that 54% of Americans approve of Donald Trump's performance on illegal immigration. 54% is more than he got in the popular vote. So Americans' malaise with illegal immigration has only gotten worse. And I just want people to know that the majority of people, rational, reasonable individuals, do not agree with unfettered illegal immigration and allowing people who commit crimes, vandalism, assault, drunk driving, people who are here illegally, who break laws. The rational, reasonable individual wants those people identified and deported.